All right, shalom, shalom. Now, before I get started with this lesson, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halam La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Chakwadash. Give a double honors to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutations towards you, hopeful elect that's been sincerely pushing this truth. I'm the brother Zakaria, coming at you from the GMS Campbell in the church. And as you can see, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, I'm back at it with another lesson. Now, today's lesson, I'm going to just put it like this. What inspired me to do this lesson, I was talking to this individual earlier at work. And, not earlier at work, but it's about a day last week that just it was just on my spirit. And I just thought about it and decided to do a lesson on it. But it was an individual last week that I saw, and she was in her vehicle, but I noticed she was hitting everything inside the parking garage. All right. Yes, this lady was literally hitting everything inside the parking garage. She was angry, belligerent. She was yelling. Of course, she was a woman, an Edomite woman, if that, and just throwing a temper tantrum. And her whole excuse for doing all that was she was lost. And in my head, I simply said through. That's off, all right? That's some off, that's some off ass shit, But this is Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this out was Yahweh Shah. He said that since it's in red letters, okay? The reason I'm bringing that out is because we're going to start seeing glimpse of people showing out, man. We had an incident at my job to where somebody ran into a wall and they gave up the spirit, man. They went back to the spirit world at that very moment, not too long ago. So I'm just saying this, just to be aware of these people. They're crazy. Every little thing could be a major thing. And what I mean by that is, it's little in our eyes, but the little things to them, it'd be a major thing to the point where they just lose it. Okay? This lady was hitting everything. She was hitting the pole. And I was telling the young lady, not young lady, she was a little older, but I was telling her, hey, ma'am, calm down. Let me get you to where you need to be. But, of course she wasn't having it. So I just decided to bring it into a lesson, man. A lot of these individuals out here, they're going to start doing some crazy stuff. A lot of these people, they're going to start to be more and more bugged out. And we're going to see it within our day-to-day life, man. Excuse me, my day-to-day life. All right? More and more people hitting walls and poles and having guns and shooting each other, killing one another. That's a part of the scriptures. So I'm going to drop this. And I'm going to still stay in Matthew 24 since we already here. I'm going to go all the way up back to verse 4. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh shall answer and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Now I'm going to stop it right there. Clearly, we're hearing wars and rumors of wars. Prime example, Russia and Ukraine, all right? That's a war being taking place over there. And outside of that, we still hear small rumors about, of course, Korea and China, this, that, and the third, man. So that lets you know that these prophecies, which means to say before it actually takes place, okay, are actually happening within our lifetime, man. All right. So that's one thing that we got to pay attention to, starting with me first and foremost. All right. Even in verse 4, it says what? It says, take heed that no man deceive you. Take heed, meaning you got to be attentive. All right. You got to be a watchman. You got to watch the news. You got to watch certain things on certain social media platforms, whether it be Twitter, YouTube, whatever the case might be, for edification's sakes. All right. Not for no occasion of the flesh, but literally for edification's sake, to edify yourself, man. Being more aware of the news on what's going on around you in your area and what's ultimately going around, not going around, but going on throughout the whole four corners of the whole earth. Okay. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yes. So, of course, all these things are coming to pass. You know, we hear about these things. We might experience some of these things, see it on social media, see it on TV, whatever the case might be. But the end is not yet, clearly. All right. Because we still have a time to where Jacob's trouble is coming. We're still not in the midst of Jacob's trouble. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, we'll be in trouble as a nation. But I'm talking about that day when they be pushing that CHIP, man, which is the MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay, according to the Biblios, which is the Bible. All right. And there's going to be even heavier times coming, man. Our enemy, Esau Edom, which is our main enemy. All right. He's going to come down with that great wrath. So we have to be more attentive. We got to pay attention. And ultimately, we just got to pray more to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that the whole world inwardly call God in Jesus Christ, and put our trust in him. All right. Now, continuing on in verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. Hey, you have a prime example with this George Floyd situation. All right. That happened a couple years ago. Once that happened, man, that roused up Jake, man. Jake was out in the streets with their skateboards, they spray paint, bricks, rocks, their guns with their ammunition. All right. Just going in, man. I remember specifically seeing an article of a police officer damn near being burnt to death because the people, they just went against them. All right. Which is also a part of prophecy, man, which we're about to get into. Now I'm going to continue on in verse 7. It says, and kingdom against kingdom. We clearly see that as well, man. You're having these World War III talks with Russia and America. Prime example. Okay. Now, eventually, they're already against one another. They ain't really showing it. But they about to really show their horns, man, when the missiles get shot, man. Okay. Hey, America kind of showed their horns last year in 2022 when they was putting all them sanctions on Russia. All right. So on and so forth. Continuing on. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay. And yes, we can see all these things, man. The year of 2019, when they pushed the C19, I'm gonna say it like that. The C19, all right. And there was telling everybody, especially our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are really the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. All right. They was telling all of us to get juiced up, man. They was telling us to line up. You know, they can give us a free SHOT. Okay. They can give us a free hitman, so to speak. And a lot of you people took that and you ended up with Bell's Parsley. You ended up with heart problems, blood problems, pertaining to your sugar levels, anything, man. All right. It just brought hell into you, man, which means that a lot of our people still trust in this devil. Stop putting your trust into Esau Edom. These so-called white people, you so-called Caucasians, are the ultimate enemy, the devil that that the Bible speaks of, man, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua speaks of. Okay. Now, starting at verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You can clearly see the hate. They're still trying to put certain laws to where they're trying to ban the Bible, okay, in general. I was looking at an article on that the other day. They're still trying to push that law to where they don't want the Bible being preached at all. And we know why, okay? Because they hate Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So if you come in his name and you start following the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the best of your ability, they're going to start hating you too, man. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Man, we clearly see that, man. And that's a part of the curses as well. Because you can look at the so-called black community and you can see all types of hate within that community, man. All right. Man, I know somebody right now who hate another so-called Israelite just for no reason, man. All right. And that lets you know that these curses are true. And that also lets you know that the Bible of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua was the true and only doctrine that's out there. It's completely true, 100% true. All right. Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Yes, we can see that as well. Look at your church in your friendly, so-called friendly neighborhood, man, right down the block. Okay. The pastor's not telling you guys the truth. The only thing he's telling you guys is John 3:16, love one another and give up them tithes, man. Okay. I know it sounds rough, but what can I say, man? It's just the truth. That's clearly what these pastors are doing. They're not telling you people a damn thing, man. And how do I know it? I used to go to a private Christian church when I was in the world, when I was younger and didn't know nothing, when I was ignorant, humbly saying, okay? But then I didn't learn nothing within those churches. Until Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. I'm going to say it like that. That's when you really start to learn how to become a better man, woman, or child. That's when you actually start to learn who to serve, who is your enemy. How can you prove that, this individual's a friend? What to eat, what not to eat. All right? Things towards that nature, man. Continuing on, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yes, it's a cold world out here, man. Hey, a lot of these people out here are cold-hearted. They're cold-blooded. They're cold-hearted. They're evil and they're murderers, man. Again, this is not a type of lesson, to cuss somebody out or to talk about somebody. But it's the truth. You cannot jump around that. All right? This is our people. All right? Cold-blooded liars, thieves, all right? Murderers. And they make songs about it, man. Okay? Not to keep, talking about, the nation of Israel, but it gotta be mentioned, man. Just a part of the truth, man. So we're gonna drop this. We're gonna go to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, right quick. 2nd Ezra 9, starting from the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Measure what time? All right? These times that we're actually living in, all right, which is reality. As you breathing and looking at this video, the times that we're in now, because we're in high times. We're still seeing blood moons. We're still seeing super moons. A couple weeks ago, they came out with an article saying that you could see all the planets, all right, visible in the sky. All right, that's a sign and a wonder in itself. So you still got signs and the wonders of the heaven, which was ordained by who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So measure these times, man. There's another presidential election coming up. Ain't no telling what's about to happen with that. All right, we're still fresh into this new year, and still everything is being intensified. Everything is increasing around us. These people are getting crazier and crazier, man. This lady was literally driving into everything that vehicle was at, man. Okay? And it's not like she was just going through it. She was just bugged out. So again, this is what inspired this lesson. Continuing on in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand. Oh, Salakia, let me go back to verse 1. I didn't finish verse 1. I'm going to just reread it. The 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Meaning, hey, you better not stop measuring these times, man. Okay? If you stop measuring these times, that's like you not giving a damn on what's about to happen, man. Okay? Remember, we're a watchman. All right? Hold on. Let me put this in. Salakia, let me get this right quick. Yeah, this is the one I want. This is Isaiah 62, starting at verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. All right, so that lets you know it's talking about Yasharallah, all right, which is Israel, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. We're not holding our peace day nor night. Started with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone all the way on down. Constantly pushing videos, constantly edifying on what's going on, all right? Because we want to get up out of here, man, all right? Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number. Continuing on, it reads, ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh keep not silent. So keep not silent. If you know this truth, if you know of this word, which is of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, keep not silence, man. Keep chanting this place down, because this place is wicked. All right. This place deceived us. We was out there doing things that we did not know what we was getting into. So it's a hell to this place, man. This place is gonna be destroyed, and it's gonna fall right before our very eyes, Lord willing, man. All right. Verse 7. Give him no rest till he establish what? His only begotten son coming back, which is Yahweh Shai, and establish the kingdom of heaven, because this place is wicked. It says, till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And there it is right there. We're not a praise in the earth right now. We're the most hated. Okay? Man, these people look at us like we're just bums, you know, apes, monkeys, wet bats, redskins, Afro Negroes, whatever they want to call it, black. Okay? That's how they look at us, man. So we're going to get our true praise through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which everybody's going to praise him, which is our true power that the whole world, and we call God and Jesus Christ, okay? Everybody's going to praise him and his only name, all right, through his only begotten son, okay? And then they're going to put some respect on our name, man. Remember, all these other nations are going to flow into Israel, man. So we're going to get our respect, and we're going to get our praise and our glory. And this is going to be because of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua at the end of the day. Now, let me go back to where I was right quick. Excuse me for all this coughing. I'm just now coming off this infirmity. Let me see. 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. And I believe I left off on 2. I'm going to just reread verse 2. 2nd Ezra 9 and 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, yes, that's how we know, hey, man, this is about to pop off. This is truly about to happen, because we can constantly see these things going on and on, especially here in Babylon the Great, which is really America. It's like a contraction. It's like a woman who is pregnant and she's in the 9th month and she having all these contractions, all right? That lets you know, hey, that baby's about to come, okay? So in a spiritual sense, we can see that, especially here within this world on this side, Babylon the Great, America, we can see that, hey, America's about to, America's about to fall at some point, okay? You can clearly see it, man. And if you have a hard time seeing it, you can really just do some simple research. Look at the doomsday clock, all right? Look up the U.S. depth clock. Look up simple news. Okay, not that simple, but look at some news pertaining to war and what's actually going on and stuff, man. This thing is really about to, pop off, all right? That's why in verse 4 it said, then shall thou well understand. So through research, through the spirit, everything, man, we well understand that this place is about to be destroyed, okay? And we also understand that Yahweh Shai, the only begotten son, that the whole world enemy called God and Jesus Christ, is soon about to return, man. Real soon. Sooner than what we believe, okay? So continuing on to verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath in the beginning and an end. So we're actually witnessing the end of America. We're witnessing the end of Babylon the Great, man. Call on like how about Shah. Send praises to the Lord, man, because this thing is about to end. All right? The way we eat, the way we think, the way things are just ran. Everything is just off. Even to our clothes, man, the fashion, all right? Everything is completely through. So call on like how about Shah. We're going to be put back into our right minds through those new bodies, which is a part of that second covenant, which we're not in yet. All right, we're gonna be completely in that second covenant when Yahweh shall return, man, and that's when we're gonna be really into that second covenant. All right. Now, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. All right. So we can see all these things go down, man. All right. We just had a crazy snowstorm not too long ago. it was like a Arctic blast that hit through all of the United States of America, which is of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Then a week later, we had a tornado that was ripping through Alabama, and it made its way through Georgia. Okay? So the judgments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are clearly in full and also are in effect. Okay? Let me see if I had something else right quick. I believe that was it. I know I had something else on my spirit. Yep. This is 2nd Ezra 16. Going all the way down to verse. Give me a second. Yep, right here. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 37. Behold, the players draw nigh. Excuse me. And are not slack. So yes, these players going to come closer and closer. And once it touches this place, it's going to happen in full effect. And it's not going to slow down for nobody. Whether you people believe it or not. Let's get Romans 3:3. Then we'll close it off on that. Since I mentioned that, this is Romans 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Should their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? And the answer to that is no. Okay? Whether you people believe or not. Let's just say if you do believe. Well, pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that you be part of that number that get saved, man. I also repent to him, man. If you believe and labor for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, just serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is your reasonable service. All right? And for those who just don't believe, well, oh well. It's going to happen still. All right? Those missiles are still coming. That lake of fire and brimstone, which is the second death, is also coming. Jacob's trouble is still going to come. The MOTB is still going to come. Really, all these things are really here. It just got to be intensified. But yeah, man, hey, for those who don't believe, hey, to hell with you, man. It's going to happen, regardless, whether you like it or not. But for those who believe, repent, praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, to the best of your ability. But with that, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. I'm going to close out and give all honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua Bahasham Chakwadash. Give a double honor to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutation towards your hopeful elect that's been sincerity pushing this truth. With that, shalom.